First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Zappe going right to the air here. And incomplete to open things up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, Zappe. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result. Because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Touchdown, Vikings! Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally as a rookie. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10. And out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house.
And partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tanner Conner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, here's DeWandu, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they'll run with DeWandu. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangwu with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Conner. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. On a jet sweep, here comes Chark. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Drops this off with Nwangu. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Zappi. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That's a pretty win because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, but other people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Off the fake, Zappe. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 124 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right out the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion. And because of that, he's looking at a game today where... And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Kene Nwangu on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown. And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points. Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 22, Zappe. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some great...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing.
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Zappe on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Goff on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
More play action here with Zappe. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, here's Zappi. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Tanner Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
And you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Zappi winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now here's another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On first down, gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now?
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard The clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Zappi, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Lions 49, Vikings 35.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And Sharp calls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
That's good for the Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A first throw for the backup, Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tanner Conner, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1st and 10, Zampi taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Zampi. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown, Vikings. Quez Watkins with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 64 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. I used to say, okay, there's a tight end going down. We're going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a quarterback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. That's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, a 16-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the give is Nwangu. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That one doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Zappi back to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's got room. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go. play there on third down, went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Rosen. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Zappi looking to throw it on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD. The Bears are pleading. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their route,
touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwogu. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That good for 19 and a first down. Another run now for Nwogu. And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Zappi off play action. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Swift going to try up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Oh, that is a complete shake. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 2-point game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 38 yards on the scamper there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Zappe to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now?
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.